Every Era presents The Rulers of England. Episode 1. King Egbert. The name Egbert is spelt in a variety of ways, but since I'm not a spelling bee, I'm not doing spelling G, so instead I'm just gonna be lazy and throw them on the screen. Alright. So just out of luck our boy Egbert was born around 770 to 775 into royalty, as his father was King Ealhmund of Kent. This may seem all well and good, but mandem from other kingdoms such as King Beorhtric of Wessex and King Offa of Mercia did not like our boy Egbert, or his fam. So in 789 Egbert was forced to exile in Francia, but don't you start worrying. Both kings of Wessex and Mercia perished around a decade later, so my man Egbert held it down and succeeded the King of Wessex upon his death in 802. This meant not only is our boy back, but he is also the King of Wessex. That's my brother. He begun his reign by removing Wessex from the Mercian Confederation, partly because the Mercian king Offa was a waste man for forcing him into exile, but also because Egbert wanted to be an independent ruler. Now that our boy Egbert is becoming a certified G, he proved this by maintaining the independence of Wessex from Mercia, which was a big challenge since Mercia bullied the other kingdoms in the south. He also begun campaigning in Dumnonia, conquering the region and claiming it for Wessex in 815 to 820, to solidify his strength as the King of Wessex. He courageously fought the Kingdom of Mercia at the Battle of Ellandoon in 825, successfully defeating the Mercians, in which he not only ended the supremacy of Mercia, but he also took control of the dependencies of Mercia within the southeast of England. That's big news. Since our lucky boy Egbert was born into royalty, he was also welcomed as King of Kent, Essex, Surrey and even Sussex, now controlling the south of England. Most of us would kick our feet up and watch the days go past. But remember, this is the certified G, King Egbert you see. Then, 2 years after the victorious Battle of Ellandoon, King Egbert conquered Mercia in 827. King Egbert then laid siege on Chester, conquering Gwynedd in North Wales in 828. Following that victory against Mercia 2 years prior, in 829 he forced Wiglaf of Mercia into exile, and within that same year, the Kingdom of Northumbria submits to Wessex after being defeated by Egbert. At this point in time, King Egbert had nearly conquered every kingdom in England, whilst submitting the rest. All seems to be going well for my man and his Kingdom of Wessex, but he began having some issues. Unfortunately he could only rule Mercia for a single year, as King Wiglaf came back on smoke and reclaimed the Mercian throne in 830. Just to make times even worse, 3 years after losing Mercia, the Viking Danes also wanted a piece of the pie. The Vikings furiously invaded King Egbert's kingdom with an army around 15,000. Defeating Egbert's army at Charmouth in 833, our once young and powerful Egbert has now grown old, with a new enemy set in the horizon. King Egbert's last significant battle was 5 years later in 838, against a combined army of Cornish and Vikings in the Battle of Hingston Down. Although Egbert was old now, he ended the battle in victory as he defeated the odds, finally proving to the world that he's still that guy, and ain't to be played with. Unfortunately, every story has to come to an end, since Egbert was such a badass and couldn't be defeated. A year after his victory against the Cornish and Viking army, in 839 he died of natural causes, after ruling for 37 years, aged 69 years old. Overall, he was a great king, but with his son Ethelwulf as his successor, the story shall go on.